So you want to be a travel vlogger? Are you sure about that? Are you really sure? I'm going to give you a typical morning in the life of a travel vlogger. It is officially 4:50 a.m. I've been up for probably an hour. I think I got up like at 3:45. And when you're travel vlogging, there's really two things you're up against and competing against all the time, and that's time and weather. So in order to maximize both of those, you have to get up early and plan your day. I'm just going to give you a typical morning in the life of James, the life of Coolest, the life of a travel vlogger. So this is as real as it gets. This is where I finished my live stream last night, where I didn't have the comments turned on, which is extremely embarrassing. Sorry about that. I don't do a lot of live streams. I guess I was maybe just so excited to see you guys that I just forgot to check that box. Really sorry about that, but we'll do another one. I'll make it up to you. You always got to keep your room completely spotless. It's your stage. This is your studio, and you want it to be professional, and you want it to be clean and crisp and fresh. It just gives off an aura of professionalism. So I actually rarely sleep on the bed, especially if I have a comfortable sofa, which I do in this room. So I'm just going to clean up this area very quickly and then show you probably the most important part of my morning. So that would be my second alarm to make sure I'm absolutely up before 5 a.m. I think I got this one going off at, this one just happens to be 4:56. I'll set 2 or 3 alarms just to make sure. I just have that type of personality where I want to ensure I get up. And I also have that type of personality where I know myself. I'm very honest with myself. I know that I might hit the snooze button on the first one, so I make sure I set 2 or 3. Typically, I'm not up against this type of dilemma in the morning. I mean, I'm always cleaning up, but this is a weird, eclectic mix of items. I was showing off some of my gear and also going over some of the things I had to repurchase because Delta lost my bags. So I have like a beard trimmer, hair dryer, and then like a random hard drive that I had to pry open, and broken sunglasses. Story of my life. So I'm going to clean up all this stuff and then, yeah, show you the most important thing of my morning. So this right here is my favorite part of the day, and it would be the caffeine. You better forget about sleep if you're going to become a travel vlogger. I finished my live stream, I think, at 10 p.m. last night, or a little after. Woke up before 4. I think I fell asleep like around 11:30, so I got about 4 hours of sleep. This is hard to do left-handed and backwards, by the way. And that's actually really good for me. I just get windows where I can, 1 to 2 hours here or there, and that's just, I've just accepted that, and that's just part of the lifestyle. I supplement my lack of sleep with caffeine, and a lot of it. This will be my first round of caffeine for the day. We're going to head down to the coffee shop as soon as they open and get a second round down there. And it doesn't really even work anymore. It's basically just a ritual. It's a ceremony. It gets me back to normal maybe, but it is something that is a regular part of my lifestyle. It's something I get to enjoy daily, which is good. It's good to have a little bit of a routine. So this is actually pretty realistic, where the machine isn't working that well. Neither of the buttons really want to work. The large one doesn't want to work at all. The small one only puts out a couple drips. Yeah. So at this point, what I typically do then is just put in another one. Boom. And then I'll just hit the small one. See? Yep, this is what it's like. Maybe I'll try a large one. I'm glad there's a coffee shop downstairs. I like to have my coffee as soon as I can, just so I can hopefully get some of that energy as soon as possible. Also, don't like to have it after I brush my teeth, even though I'm going to have it right after I brush my teeth because I'm going down to the coffee shop. But anyway, I like to have it before I jump into the shower and do my daily grooming and stuff. I don't know, just what I prefer. So this is the best I'm going to get. I'm a 2 cream, 2 sugar type of guy. That coffee was turpentine. That was pure tar. I can't wait to get downstairs. It is time to get ready for the day. This is the bathroom. Typically, it's not this spotless. It's only spotless because there's another area in this room to organize all of my like toiletry products, bathroom products, basically everything. So this is pretty spotless at the moment. I'm gonna jump in here and then we are headed downstairs. It is 6:10 in the morning and sunrise is in 15 minutes. It's officially, I think, at 6:26 today, but it looks like it's coming up a little early. So we have 15 minutes to get some coffee and then make it down there. So before I leave the room, just in case I'm not coming back, I leave housekeeping a note for the things I need as well as a tip. So just leave that right there, tucked in there. And then I do the same thing for the mini bar. It's one of my last days on property. I don't want that much, nor do I need that much, just basically some waters. So I leave a note right on top as well as a couple of dollars for that person as well. It might not seem like much, but I do that every single day. And you have to remember, in the Dominican Republic, I think the average salary per week is $80. So if I'm tipping the mini bar guy $8 over the course of 4 nights, I mean, that's a 10% pay bump or pay bonus just from me alone. So it definitely adds up. It's all about the aggregate. I need to hustle and get downstairs. Could not have planned it any better. I don't do a lot of sunrises or sunsets. Typically, if I'm catching a sunrise, it's because I made some terrible life decisions the night before. And I'm probably filled with more regret and shame than I am positivity. But when you awake early and catch one and make an effort to do so, it's really a different feeling, obviously. And even though I haven't really traditionally been a sunrise or sunset person in the past, I could see that changing. Typically, I have more time in the morning and I will video edit, which is the bane of my existence. I'll also scour the news, travel related and otherwise, take a look at trends, topics, data, statistics, new hotel openings, hotel remodels, and then also I'll just read the news in general. Knowledge is power. I like to stay on top of everything. I like to be well informed. Business, politics, tech, entrepreneurship, lifestyle. One other key thing I'll do in the morning is take a look at what events are going on, not only for today, but for the rest of the days on property. Again, it's all about weather and time. And if the weather goes bad, I need to know what's going on so I can pivot and still find fun stuff to do. And then if the weather is good, I need to take a look at the events calendar and pick the very best spots of each day to kind of participate in. So it is 6:45 in the morning. I've been up for 3 hours officially, and it's not over yet. Still a couple things left to do. I'm off to the breakfast buffet. Now, if I'm eating there, I just show up at any time. But if I'm filming it like I am today, I need to show up right away when they open. Usually it's 7 a.m. This one here is 6:30. I like to get there right away for a couple reasons. First of all, the food is at its freshest and finest. It's also at its most beautiful, where it's arranged perfectly. It's not that picked over, if picked over at all. And also there's hardly anybody there at this time, and it makes it a lot easier to film. It'll take me probably 20 or 30 minutes just to film the food itself, and it's a lot easier to get the shots when there's nobody in there as opposed to completely packed. All right, so that was arrestable in some countries. That was deplorably and despicably indulgent and sinful. It's like that was Fort Knox and I'm the Joker, and I walk in and then everyone working there just becomes my henchman and encourage me to go wild. That's what that was. You'll see the video. It was insane. One last thing to do, this is where I'm going to cut it, and that is the gym. After that, and after all the eating and drinking I do, a morning workout is absolutely necessary. In fact, I usually do a morning one and an evening one, but at least one per day. I typically try to get in about 15 to 20,000 steps. Yeah, that's it. A little behind the scenes action for you, a little something different. Want to get back in front of the camera. I am back officially. It's great to see you. And I'll be making more and more daily content, which I look forward to. So a little behind the scenes, if you ever wondered what it's really like, it isn't all fun in the sun, even though a lot of it is. There is a lot of work that goes on behind it, and a lot of processes. And for those of you who maybe were curious about that or want to become a travel vlogger, that is just a little taste. I'll probably do more stuff like this in the future, maybe talk about gear, costs, lifestyle, friendships, dating. I might turn this into a series. If you want to see that, drop a comment below, let me know. It's great to be back. Love you all. See you in the next video.